Welcome to another edition of the JerryRatcliffe.com show here at JerryRatcliffe.com, or your favorite podcast venue platform. We welcome you to the show and thank you for your support. We have an ever-growing audience for our podcast and our website, so check us out. We'd like to thank our sponsors for the podcast specifically, and the Good Feet store over at Stonefield, Jonathan Cotton. What a great supporter he is of the community, and obviously the Aberdeen Barn, Virginia's finest steakhouse. Angela and Terry over there with great service and great food, great atmosphere. And Roback, one of the nation's fastest growing sportswear, activewear companies based right here in Charlottesville. Check out their ad on our website and get 20% off your first order. We appreciate your support there as well. You can hear their commercials throughout today's show. And without further ado, I'd like to welcome our special guest for this week. Guy I've gotten to know pretty well over the last few years, and what a good fellow he is, dedicating a lot of his energy in life to helping kids, not just learn golf, but to learn life lessons, and it's something that's very needed in today's society for sure, and it's very appreciated, I'm sure, by the parents and families of those kids that he and his organization touches. We're talking about Derek Norberg, Executive Director of First Tee Virginia Blue Ridge. And Derek, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate your kind words.
Well, they're all true, and anybody that's been around you knows it. What year is this for you, Derek, in
Let's
Charlottesville?
see. Yeah, I started new to Charlottesville, I guess August of 21.
Yeah,
So we're coming up on a 3-year anniversary here.
right on the heels of COVID. Great time to start, right?
Yeah, yeah. We've
uh,
we've bounced back quite well.
Yes, you have. You really have. If you're not familiar with First Tee Virginia Blue Ridge, you should become acquainted with it. It's a very worthy organization of your uh, donations and any support you can give them. They're a great organization. I'll let Derek give you a couple of the highlights, but um, not only do they teach golf to kids in the Central Virginia area, but First Tee is all about it's life lessons, and there's a certain number of them that they emphasize and stress to the kids. And I've attended several of events over the years and watched these kids, and uh, wow, it's so energizing and refreshing to see them. You can tell that not only are they on fire with golf, but they've learned some great lessons from the instructors and people in the organization. Touch on those. I can't remember the terminology used. I know it's like Tony Bennett's 5 pillars, but you have, I think, you have 12 points that you emphasized.
Well, we did. In fact, uh, over the last few years, First Tee as a whole has been going through a rebranding process, and it used to be 9 core values,
Nine
and
core
that would
values.
be our pillars, if you will. Since then, we've expanded on those nine core values, but shrunk down how we communicate that. So we have 5 key commitments that we work with to sum up all of the values that we teach during our programs. So we manage emotions on and off the course. All of these are for on and off the course. Resolve conflicts, step by step. We plan for the future, appreciate diversity, and of course, the golf skills and golf techniques are all added value of our program.
And the organization just continues to grow and gain support in the community. I know you're in your spring programming now. why don't you give the folks an idea of if they'd like to introduce their kids to First Tee,
Sure.
when registration for the summer begins.
Yeah, so I'll back up. We are a local 501c3 nonprofit organization. Sometimes there's confusion that we're part of a national picture here, and I guess we are, but we're all locally funded, locally run. We have a home office, national office, the First Tee, and they provide the guidelines and licensing for us. But we operate solely on a local, regional basis only. Um, and in order to accomplish our goals, we form partnerships in the community. And some of those partnerships are with local golf courses like Meadow Creek, City of Charlottesville course. We have a partnership with in Greene County with Highlands, the practice facility there. And then our newest, I guess, golf partnership would be the Woodridge Farm Brewery in Nelson County, which they have a driving range and really open the doors to us and the community. So those places we run programs at, our character education skills. And oh, I'm sorry, I also forgot our putting courses, which is the Putt Putt Fun Center off Arroyo Road, and Keswick Winery has a 9-hole course as well. So we are really spread our wings across the community to make sure that kids and families have access to this game. Our spring programs typically start in March, and we meet on course or one of these practice facilities every other week. And the idea is that's the character education and golf curriculum. And then the off weeks, we try to encourage play either through or where you're putting those techniques and skills to test, and that helps the learning process right along. So our spring program all in, it ranges about 12 weeks. And we saw estimated about 152 kids this spring alone that we've brought into the First Tee, and looking at easily adding another 100 over the summer through some community partnerships.
Wow.
And summer registration is open, by the way. If any families are interested, through our website, it's www.virginiablueridge.org.
That's awesome. And I highly encourage you to do that. If you've got a kid and they're interested in golf, and they get great instruction, and again, it's not just the golf, it's the life lessons that they learn along the way. I know you guys have several special events coming up, and we'll touch on some other items about the First Tee program. But I know you got a huge one coming up in just a few weeks, June the 6th.
Yeah, June 6th. Really hats off to our board, past and present. This event started as a way to stay relevant during the pandemic, when being outside was the only way you could somewhat socially gather. So their creativity is all due to our board members, past and present. But it was a good event, and we've taken it forward and continue it on. It is a putting challenge. We call it Race to the Ridges because it's held at Birdwood over here at Boar's Head Resort. And the whole idea is just to come together, both participants, supporters alike. It's a free year. We're we'll have a large buffet provided by Birdwood, plenty of raffle prizes for the kids. And it's both a competition and an open to the putting course. So I'll talk about the competition side, Race to the Ridges Championship. Throughout spring, we, with Putt Putt partners previously mentioned, putting, if you will, around the area. And kids can sign up on their own, participate. The more that they participate, the points they can earn. And from those participation points to compete at this championship event at Birdwood. So it's been a pretty cool concept for us. It's helped open the door to a lot of new families that may not have been part of the golfing community in the past. And what we found is the putting aspect fused in with our character education curriculum is really a gateway and an entryway into learning the game and building that confidence, not just for the kids, but for the parents as well.
That's,
So
that's
that's
great.
what, yeah. So the June 6th event, we're really looking forward to it, and should be a great one. So all are invited.
Yeah, I've been over there and watched, and I think the parents have just as much fun as the kids do.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah, that putting course at Birdwood is quite something, and you guys have it set up with various challenges. It's really a cool event. You should you should definitely if you're a parent, bring your kid by and bring your putter too. So
Yes, sir. I forgot to tell you the time. It's 4:30 to 7:30 on June 6th.
that's awesome. And I know you have the Great American um, Trip raffle, golf trip raffle that's open now, right? And to me, if you're a golfer uh, and you haven't played some of the best courses in the world, here's your chance to do it for an incredibly reasonably priced to buy a raffle ticket. Uh, I guess you still open up the same courses to the raffle winners, right? It's the Pinehurst #2, and then Pebble Beach, and is it Cypress? It's tied into.
Well, we've changed it slightly. So you're right on the Pebble Beach package. There's Spanish Bay,
Spanish Bay, yeah.
and Pebble Beach. Um, the one we changed this year is we're going to Kiowa as another option. So you can play the courses out at Kiowa Island in South Carolina. Um, and it's yeah, it's $100 a ticket. We only sell up to 500, and there's no limit as to the amount you can purchase. So that's another difference this year. Um, and that money raised through that goes back to support our school programs, which we partner with PE teachers here in the community and provide the equipment, training, and support throughout year after year. So we have the ability to reach and impact over 8,000 plus kids a year with character education, but using golf as the vehicle to do so. So that raffle ticket is pretty important to us. Um, Even more so for the winner because it's a lifetime opportunity for many. We've only heard positive remarks of those that have gone. Um, what isn't mentioned many times is that we also provide $1,000 to each person, each member of the foursome that goes on the golf trip. Or if golf's not your thing, which we have many supporters that golf isn't, but the character education that we provide um, does hit home with a lot of our supporters. You can select if you win to choose $10,000 cash instead, and you can take any trip you want from that.
That's true. You can pretty much do anything you want with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So,
yeah, that's incredible. I mean, just think of it. You could find yourself on the first tee out of Pebble Beach or Spanish Bay, and or Kiowa. I've played all the Kiowa courses, and that's what they've had the Ryder Cup there and the PGA Championship. So that's a world famous course as well. And there's a bunch of courses down at Kiowa around that area. So uh, you can make a heck of a weekend or whatever. Um, so make sure you buy your ticket for that. You can find that on their website as well.
yep,
Uh,
drawing will be October 7th for that.
there you go. And you guys got some great news recently, I think, Derek. In terms of a support building for First Tee, which I know that's been a dream of the organization ever since it started, is to have a physical home where kids can go to the center and learn. And just tell us a little bit about that and how that's going to enhance everything about First Tee.
Yeah, Jared, you hit the nail on the head. It's a home. and something that we haven't necessarily had. We've had office space and we've had great partners, which we are so thankful that has happened. But as we've grown, we've found that there's more for us to do, and more to educate, and more programs to have, and more creativity to undertake. And a home really does that for us. We're providing a roof over everyone's head. And you think, well, an indoor facility for golf, where what are you going to? There's no golf course. Well, we're utilizing technology, and the golf simulators and hitting bays and so forth. So our kids in our programs, so just like somebody could win the raffle and take a trip to Pebble Beach, well, the kids in our program can now play Pebble Beach as well,
Yeah,
just virtually.
that's awesome.
So um, yeah, we just got the news and just signed a lease for this facility down in Ix Park, which puts us in geographically in a great space in a central location for our families. Um, Even though our programs are open to everybody, we just definitely have a focus on providing for um, the socioeconomic side of things, and opening the door as best we can. And that means being available and in locations to gain access. So having that home base in X Park certainly provides that central location for everyone.
What will that allow you guys to do, Derek, that you couldn't do before?
So from an education standpoint, some of the things that we'd love to do that we're trying to shape, but first we need to get into the building and outfit it. Um, Tutoring for one, we'd love to provide tutoring services to the kids. We need a place for our teens to hang out and gather. Really, that peer-to-peer interaction is so important in youth development, especially if it's guided by mentors and coaches that are trained by First Tee. So it provides that roof, that central location, but it really enhances the educational aspect to what we can do. Um, there's only so much you can do outside while playing, but this definitely, again, provides some tutoring support, uh, scholarship opportunities where we do have some volunteers that are very good at writing or helping with the packets of information that needs to be filled out. So again, it just provides that home base and that support system that we can offer our supporters and our community members.
That's an awesome thing. I know that everybody who's ever been associated with First Tee has dreamed of that day coming. So that's I'm so happy for you guys. Um, you have another big event in October. I guess it's your major fundraiser of the year in your uh, invitational tournament. It's out. It's still at Farmington, correct?
Yep, Farmington Country Club. Yep.
Uh,
Yeah.
what are the dates on that, and how do people go about entering?
Yeah, so in coordination with our Great American Golf Trip raffle on October 7th is our annual event. October 7th at Farmington Country Club, First Tee Invitational. We host, well, Farmington helps us host 28 teams on course. And then beforehand, we have a pre-party, if you will. We'll have some NIL athletes out there. We'll have a barbecue, some Bloody Marys and so forth available. Get your warm up in. Then we have a pretty competitive tournament with plenty of on-course excitement that we want long drive pro players out there, chances to win a car. Obviously, support our chapter from every aspect. This tournament is extremely important to us from a fundraising perspective. And then we close out the night with a reception and a thank you. And again, having some special guests in the audience helps move that along. So it truly is a great event. I think a premier event in our community, and we're very appreciative of those that support us and play in that event.
So there's tons of events that First Tee hosts that you can be a part of. You don't have to do them all, but if you can participate in just one of them, uh, please do so, because they truly appreciate anything that you guys are willing to do in terms of supporting the organization. And again, it's for an incredible cause, and um, helping kids develop in the right way. And wow, I can't think of a better time in history than now, than for kids to learn great lessons on how to conduct themselves handle adversity and things of that nature. So First Tee is about all the right things. No doubt you've seen their commercials on during some of the PGA events and USGA events on televisions, and uh, I've been observing this organization ever since it was born, and they're all about good things. And so, please find time and money or whatever you can to help support them. I know, Derek, in your ties with the organization since you've been in Charlottesville, you've seen some heartwarming success stories. What's one of your favorite or a couple of your favorite stories of watching some of these kids develop or what this organization means to them?
Yeah, yeah. Geez, I'm trying to think of some right now. Well, some of our teenagers, I know I had an opportunity to, I'm not on course as much as I once was before, but when I do get out there, it is a great time for me and I get to interact with the kids and the parents. And um, there's a group of our teenagers that uh, really are taking these key commitments to a whole new level and driving force behind what their goals are for themselves. And some of them want to go on to college and uh, be successful in their own right, but they also want to take golf along with them. And that's always nice to hear when you have a child, instead of saying, "Oh, I want to be on the PGA Tour," they say, "Well, I would like to go out and be able to play golf and hold my own out there." I think that's a very mature answer, especially at that age. And
Yeah.
um, that's some of the things we get. Also, others that are setting goals to make their high school golf team, and they're using First Tee as a way to set those goals and practice and gain some instruction. So that's always a good one. Um, we also have kids that just have so much energy, and golf, as we all know, can be somewhat of a slow sport, and that energy sometimes can spill over and be intrusive to some of our other participants. But throughout that time, those kids with so much energy really develop into leaders, and it starts to click. And when they make contact with that golf ball and they turn around, and they smile and they jump up and down, you can see that they're starting to grow and develop into the person that they want to be. Even if it's something as simple as celebrating a great golf shot, that energy really goes from being intrusive to cheering their teammates on or their class participants on, and they start being the first to raise their hand and tell us about a test that they scored well on at school and how they studied for it and so forth. Um, and on the flip side, we have many shy participants that sports in general just haven't clicked, but for whatever reason, First Tee in golf does, and we're appreciative of that. But um, they're allowed to stay quiet, stay shy, and move forward at their own pace. And eventually, we start seeing them cheering on participant classmates, questions, and really forming a good mentorship, um, uh, mentee mentor relationship with our trained coaches. So, from all angles, if you're an excitable kid with a lot of energy or you're shy, we've just seen First Tee and the golf aspect come full circle for many and most of our participants.
Yeah, that's great. I know I know that there's one kid that grew up through the First Tee, and I think he's a pro down in Florida somewhere now. And I
Yeah,
know there was a lady in the Farmington Country Club golf shop who was grew up through First Tee. There's all kinds of success stories in golf, but also, as Derek pointed out, outside of golf as well. But
and I'll tell you another one, full circle moment here. Two of our coaches that we've recently brought on, that are First Tee coaches with us, are alumni of First Tee. So they themselves were participants within the First Tee program, one here locally and another one in Richmond. And we are so appreciative of their time that they give, and they just want to give back, and they're tremendous coaches for us. We hope to continue to develop them, but full circle moment there with our coaches.
that really is. That shows you how long First Tee's been around in Central Virginia for sure. Well, Wow, that half hour went by really fast. Derek,
Yeah.
is there anything we might have overlooked that you'd like to point out about First Tee?
Um, I mean, it's a tremendous program. I guess I'm a little biased, but I stuck with First Tee because of the curriculum. You know, we all make our own choices, and for my career, I had to make a choice, and the curriculum, and as from a coach, I was a coach with First Tee, but from the curriculum aspect, it helped me make my decision and where I wanted to go in life, and First Tee has really been a part of that. So that's my little tidbit on. I think if you're looking for to give a new sport a shot, or give golf a try, First Tee is an excellent avenue to start. Or if you're just looking to gain some life skills and insight into youth development, again, First Tee is a great place to start. One other thing I forgot to mention was we are doing a new fundraiser this year. It's called Member for a Day. It's an online auction, and it'll happen the week of June 23rd that week. And it'll just be through memberforaday.com. And money raised through that, again, goes back to support our programs and our chapter. So top 100 courses, opportunity to play if you win or outbid. And we're hopeful, fingers crossed.
Wow, that sounds like a great deal as well. I'll tell
Yeah.
you, if you're a golfer out there, you're looking at a bonanza of value in terms of being associated with First Tee. So check them out, and they have a great website and great people throughout the community supporting them. So they're not hard to get a hold of if you're interested. Derek, thank you so much for your time today and telling us all the ins and outs of First Tee and what a key organization that is in Central Virginia. And we just hope for the best and hope you guys can continue to grow and shine and represent Charlottesville and Central Virginia in the same manner that you have been.
Well, we appreciate the support, certainly.
All righty. Well, thank you, and we'll see you down the road. And
You got it.
that's it from jerryratcliffe.com for today. Again, check out our website, jerryratcliffe.com, for all your UVA and ACC sports news and local golf news. So we're there to satisfy your thirst for UVA and sports knowledge. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.